I guess the initial test of every single kayak is how stable it is. Can you just sit on it like this and stand? Didn't stand right away because you can see there it's a giant hole. Didn't have the space. It's a 10-foot kayak. So let's go ahead and take it out here, do a complete water demo of this 106 PDL Sportsman by Old Town. Let's go. And since we're at it, why not start with the paddling test? So I had this fancy paddle from Old Town, like they don't even sell it, carbon fiber red paddle. Love the paddle. And I came here to do testing on another kayak, and I left the paddle loose on the bed of the truck and it fell and it broke. And it made me sad because that was one of the kind paddles. Now we're using this Pelican super long paddle because this kayak is 36 inches wide. I know this is a closed body of water, but there's a little bit of current here. But I feel great paddling this craft. It paddles very well. One of the things that you're gonna see when you get on an Old Town PDL kayak, like this one here, is look how much water you have on the deck, how much water is coming in. Which, I mean, it's fine. It's kind of refreshing now. Kind of like cleaning my feet. Just be careful, make sure there's no alligators in here that could jump through there. But that's one of the complaints that people have with the Old Towns, is that when you have to drive up, a lot of water comes through. But I say this and I keep repeating it, and I don't care. It is a kayak. You're gonna get wet. If you don't want to get wet, get a 36-foot boat and go in perfect weather conditions. And these glasses keep falling. So you're gonna get a kayak, assume you're gonna get wet, because you will. I've seen some people put a plate in here and that will keep a lot of the water out. You could do that if you're gonna be you know, paddling a lot. Man, I'm picking up speed, but you see there's a lot of water coming in here. So I think it's best to go ahead and close the drive up and just paddle like that, because that will prevent a lot of that water coming in here. The drive comes with this support beam that you see there, and you can see clearly where it's labeled. That's where it needs to be. You should tie that up nicely, not like me who didn't have it tied up. So you go here, you deploy the drive, and you see that kind of like create a water seal. So there's a little bit of water on the deck from our previous paddling, but now I want to paddle with the drive down and see what happened to the water. I do feel a little bit of drag, not much. The problem with the drive down is that if you go through grassy areas, you're gonna hit grass for sure. But like, it reduces the water issue by 1,000%. Boom, it's no water issue. Still paddle very nice. You're not gonna break any records paddling a craft like this. If we start paddling slowly, just to move, we're going at 1.9 miles an hour. This is like super lazy paddling. I'm just putting the blade on the water and moving, and my phone keeps going dark. 2.4 miles an hour. So let's say you really want to get there, but you don't want to burn yourself. You want to give it a little bit of speed. 3.1, 3.2 miles an hour. So this is like a speed that you can maintain for a long time. And I bet you if you bring this up, maybe you get like 0.1 miles an hour, or at least it doesn't feel as hard, you know. We go here and you just want to crank it up, see what's up. You want to go really hard. 3.6, 4 miles an hour, 4.1 miles an hour. It said 4.5 miles an hour. Well, 4.5 miles an hour is not bad. The problem is you're not gonna keep it up. You're not gonna keep going at 4.5 miles an hour speed. If you're very strong, you may hit 5, but yeah, it's not a sustainable speed. So cruising speed, sustainable speed on this boat paddling, looking at 3 miles plus an hour. Now, you're not gonna buy this boat for paddling. You're gonna buy it for the drive. I need to go ahead and deploy the rudder, and then you just go here and you turn this, you see, rudder is down. This is why you buy this boat. That PDL unit has been tested through time and people like me. Years. Haven't broken one yet. Yeah, the pin may break, you may have to replace the prop, but like the unit itself, no. It's backed by a 5-year warranty, and that is huge. So I'm gonna be having this camera on my right, so I'm gonna move this one to my left. That way we got 2 different camera angles to choose from. And by the way guys, we're using Yak Attack camera mounts, and we also use rod holder from Yak Attack. They made some really cool stuff, including the black pack in 3 different sizes and colors, which is amazing. So one of the selling points of this kayak for the drive compared to a Hobie kayak or one from Vive and the others is, you see what I'm doing here? I went in reverse instantly without even thinking about it. And this boat, I'm holding the rudder right here, as you can see, but it's tracking very nice in reverse. Cool stuff, man. Now we just noticed one of the big disadvantages with the prop drive is the grass. I feel like I have grass in there already, and I cut through some of this grass right here. But one of the cool things that Old Town has that a lot of pro drive kayaks don't have is this. Watch this. Just gonna go ahead, and I don't have to align prop or anything. I just open it and I have space. That is why you got that giant hole right there, you see? So you could bring that drive up easy, no problem. And one of the amazing things that this has is and now I'm gonna let it go because I don't want to get it away from me. But you can see there I'm not holding it, right? It floats. This drive floats. So if you happen to, I don't know, for whatever reason, it falls on the water, it floats. But I can't get over how nice it is to just go in reverse with no issue whatsoever. And while we're in reverse, maybe we should test to see what kind of speed we get going reverse here on this boat. So right now we're just going super lazy speed. You can see it's 2.1 miles an hour. We're hitting some grass. I wonder if I have any grass in there. But let's say I need to crank it up for whatever reason. I need to get out of a tight spot in reverse. 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 3 miles an hour. And I keep hitting grass because I don't know where I'm going, right? So if you go in reverse, make sure you're looking behind or you have a really nice mirror, you know, that's gonna point you directly, that you know where you're going, right? You don't want to hit another kayaker, you don't want to get hit by a boat, so you know, be careful. You could probably hit 4 miles an hour if you really push it really hard in reverse, but who's gonna go and do a reverse type of race, you know? Probably me. See, this is one of the big selling points of a boat like this. Instant reverse, keep in position right there on the spot. You don't have to worry about see, we say hands-free fishing, but really you really have to hold the rudder, so it's not 100% hands-free fishing. If you want 100% hands-free fishing, motorize the boat and use a steer with your feet or get an autopilot. So we're going here, I'm talking to you guys, super lazy speeds, 3 miles an hour, not doing much. I'm just cruising, man. Now, normal kayaking condition outside open water, reduce it by probably 0.5 miles an hour if conditions are really bad. Or normal condition, I would reduce it by 0.2 to 0.3 miles an hour. So if right now we're getting 3, you'll get 2.5 to 2.8 miles an hour on open waters, right? The beautiful instant reverse. And that's another thing we call instant reverse, but it's not so intense because first you gotta stop the forward motion and then start gaining ground going reverse. So it's not like instant in terms of speed. It is instant in the sense that you could change direction quickly. Like you could just stop and go forward at this point. Doesn't mean the boat is gonna go forward, but you don't have to do anything. Like you don't have to turn around, you don't have to switch a cable, you don't have to do any of that. You could keep fishing, doing what you need to do, staying on point. I just want to hit it kind of hard, but not super hard. We're gonna do the super fastest speeds at the end or towards the end, because you probably, I mean, I don't want you skipping around. So here is a pace that we could sustain, by we I mean me, probably for 10 minutes. 4 miles an hour, 4.3 miles an hour. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go super fast that way, and right about the time I'm gonna hit the grass, I wanna turn hard to see if we could like 4.7 miles an hour, 4.5 miles an hour. I think it's gonna match 5.1 miles an hour. And I just did a quick turn. The rudder's all the way down. You gotta keep going forward because the boat is not gonna turn if you just stop, right? Wow, you can see the wake. It's not the super tight of turns, but it's good enough. It's good enough. It's not a bad turn. You could put a bigger blade on the back and turn sharper if you could do that if you want, if you need that. I should do a full review video of this kayak, kind of like going over everything. But let's just stand up on it and kind of rock it so you guys see what kind of stability you have here. We're right here in the front. We sort of walk. It's kind of rocking because it's a 10-foot boat, but look at that. Look at that. Wow, this is crazy stable. We're gonna have to flip it though. Make sure to see how stable it is. I did a flipping video on this same model, but it's a different, like on this kind of like almost the same hole but a different name. So you wanna go check it out, it's gonna be listed down in the description. But look at this, it's nice. I wanna sort of get to the shore and walk all the way there to see how shallow, see how much that nose digs in, because I have something I want to try on this boat. Let's go ahead, and having the hatch there is a problem. Okay, this is a problem. I don't want to fall. I don't want to like hurt myself or anything like that. Okay, so you see I'm almost there. The nose is gonna start digging a little bit. Not bad. I mean, it digs in a little, but what I'm thinking of, and we need to test this, if I put a giant thing over there, I think there's a lot more surface volume on this boat than other boats, so it's not gonna dig in as much as something like the Shearwater 125 or the Makana or the SS 127. But we gotta test it out. We gotta test it out. Let me just give you some negative with this boat. I'm about to just hit ground. That's it. At this point, I either go to deeper waters if I have the ability to do that, or I have to raise the drive up. So you hit there. It's not like the Hobie ones that you could just feather the fins and keep going. You don't have that option here. The only option basically is lift the drive up and get the paddle. That is if you don't want to be lazy of lifting this, right? Because some people claim that, oh, with a Hobie you could like use it on 6 inches of water. Yeah, you could, but you're gonna make so much noise. You're gonna scare whatever fish you're trying to get, because you could just live in a giant trail. You're gonna probably break your fins. It's not worth to do it. You just take your paddle out and paddle. You could lift the fin, fold it if you want, but the usability of it is not there. Maybe if it's like just 2 inches that you need to go over, great. But other than that, I don't see that that's a giant win for that type of drive. Another negative that you have with a boat like this is that it's compact, so you're not gonna have as much speed, or at least not so much speed, but the cadence that you have on a longer boat. You're gonna have to put more effort on a 10-foot boat of any type than you would a 12-foot boat just to gain ground, you know, like you're gonna have to do it. But this drive is very fast. It's very easy on you. At least it's super easy on me. It's kind of like a bike. It feels really great. I love this little boat. I have used the 106 top water extensively, and I really enjoy fishing out of that boat because it was so light. I mean, it's not heavy, but like it's so compact. I just used my long carburetor Oh, that camera shut up, but I don't need it. I just use that Malone cart over there, and it's like a breeze, man. It's so small that you could put it pretty much anywhere. You may even be able to put this on an apartment. I don't know, measure it. But it's so easy to use this on the water and off the water that makes fishing enjoyable. And another thing is, if you just take what you need, you could reach out anywhere here. You don't have to go and like go crazy trying to reach something over there. You have space here. Like, you can modify this boat, rig it up the way that you need it, and it's just gonna, sometimes it's just enough. Where would I use this boat is if I'm going offshore, if I'm gonna cover a lot of waters, maybe not. If I'm gonna stay close, I'm gonna fish not crazy waters, I'm probably taking this over a 12-footer or anything like that, because it has pretty much everything you need, really. Now, this is not the only video we're gonna do with this boat. We're gonna compare it to other boats that we have, like the Macana, like the 120, and I have some crazy ideas for this that I want to do, and I already have the video here in my mind. I just need time off. And the sad thing is that I have so many brilliant ideas that if I had the time to put it to work, this channel will have 1 million subscribers, but I can't let go of the day job yet, so I can't. But like, I know, I mean, don't you have the feeling that if you just take the leap, you're gonna make it? Yes, but then you also have the feeling, what if you don't make it, right? What about your family and everything else? So yeah, it's one of those things. It's easy to make a decision like that when you don't have a family, you know, like you just quit your job and go packing for a whole year. But I love my family. I want to spend time with them. What if it doesn't work? I want to do it right. Yeah, hopefully you watch all that stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna put an affiliate link down below in the description for this kayak if you want to buy it, and I hope you like this video.